So as we all know, 28 years later has just come out and it has reminded me, I'm still yet to see the original. Like many others, I mainly know this film to be the one with all of those scenes of an empty London at sunrise, and it's got Cillian Murphy in it. But little did I know, this film was so much more than like a stereotypical zombie survival flick, and I'm all here for it. 28 Days Later follows protagonist Jim, played by Mr. Murphy, as he awakes 28 days after the outbreak of something called the Rage virus. And for the most part, the first half of this film follows a pretty generic zombie survival plot, with some of the standout moments for obvious reasons being those iconic scenes of Jim walking through a desolate central London, passing through some of its most iconic landmarks only for nobody to be there. Honestly, this is peak filmmaking, considering the film's relatively low budget, with cast and crew taking to the streets at early hours of the morning to ensure nobody would be around. Honestly, mate, so good. Anyway, in classic fashion, Jim gets rescued by survivors and they make their way to an apartment block to seek out more survivors. You know, it's just the generic sort of thing. Sorry, I've summarized it quickly, but you know, I'm not here to recap. Now, I didn't know this before going in, but this film's cast is stacked. Like, it's chocked full of some of the most iconic British talent. We've got Naomi Harris, we've got Gleeson, Christopher Eccleston, just to name a few. I mean, in a universe where we've got Doctor Who and Miss Moneypenny fighting off the hordes, literally, I mean, we're all safe. But on the topic of Britain, this is just a very British film, in my mind. You know, when I think of a British film, this is a sort of vibe I get. Everything from the food they eat to the things they say, you can really tell it's sort of well rooted in its culture, if that makes sense. Whether that be anything from the black cabs the characters travel in, to the Maltesers or the chocolate oranges. I mean, this whole shopping sequence really is just product placement.
Not counting Terry's chocolate orange, of course.
But little things like those, you know, they really make the film seem much more grounded. To add to this, the characters are also really self-aware in certain situations, which I absolutely love. One moment that really sticks out for me being the scene in the tunnel. So as the four survivors travel to seek refuge, they reach an impasse. They can either go into this dark and sketchy looking tunnel that will 100% be filled full of bad things, or they can take the longer route, but you know, out in the daylight, out in the safety. And guess which one they choose? It's one of those tropes where the characters make the most awful and nonsensical decisions.
Let's just get it done.
And leave themselves in the most vulnerable positions possible. And these characters know it.
You know why? Because it's really obviously a shit idea.
But continuing with the plot, as they seemingly reach salvation in this big country home, the film's motives shift. After the girl's father is infected and gunned down, which is actually really sad in the moment, the group are taken to a seemingly safe place, occupied with soldiers and supplies, but something feels off. There doesn't seem to be a sense of relief from all the characters. Although they are in a seemingly impenetrable fortress, it isn't the happy ending they were seeking. And as we learn more, the true nature of these men unravels.
How about right now?
And here suddenly the film isn't about survival from the infected, but instead survival from each other, with the group's leader Major Henry West providing some of the most chilling lines in the film.
I set the radio broadcasting and I promised them women.
I want to give you a chance. You can be with us, but I can't let them go.
This guy's honestly one of the most underrated villains I've seen on screen in a while. It's the ultimate sort of, we love him at the start, but then as it goes on, we sort of work out, yeah, we probably shouldn't love him. Now, this whole revelation is really what makes this film what it is. While the spectacles and the action is all very well and good, this examination into the human psyche is what really sets this film apart. We find that the real danger isn't with the mindless infected, but instead with the living humans, the ones capable of much more than just killing. And this theme aids in providing a really unsettling nature to the film. This nature strengthened through Boyle's use of frankly quite jarring camera angles, the low quality look, and that operatic score set against an ever gloomy backdrop of England. A sort of lingering sense of unease is created, and even in the moments of seeming security, we get these slanted and close-up shots. And as I said, it's just really jarring, and we the audience are kept on our toes because we never really feel at ease, we never feel at comfort. Something's always not right. And on the topic of unsettling, let's just take a look at those zombies. Now, at its core, this film is obviously a zombie movie, so perfecting their look really is a make or break deal, and perfected it they have. They really look like people who have been infected, as opposed to the stereotypical quote-unquote zombie. Like if I were to walk in on this, and then see this.
Hello?
I'm running as far away as I can. The action itself is also really nicely done. Unlike other films in this genre where characters will just have machine guns and are just mowing down zombies by the second, the film paces itself. I mean, Jim only kills one in the whole film, I'm pretty sure, which is a testament to that fact. He does of course go feral on some soldiers, but that's not the point. Every time an infected crashes through a window or appears on screen, there's something special about it, you know? I love those first person shaky cams when you see the zombies coming in, mate. It's just really good. But quickly, before we get into my final verdict, if you've made it this far and are enjoying the video, then please consider subscribing to the channel. I mean, this is only my second video, and I'm hoping to hit 50 subscribers within the near future, so if you like, well, me, then click that button. So, as a whole, what did I think of 28 Days Later? In short, I really enjoyed it. All of the performances, bar the kid maybe, she sounded a bit out of place, were really good. I think many viewers are deterred solely from the fact that this film looks so bad, as in video quality wise. And yeah, it's seemingly been shot on a potato. It's like I'm watching YouTube in a 3G zone, and it's just really hanging on to that connection. It's so bad. But let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. I'd love to hear them. Thank you so much for watching the video, and I'll see you in the next one.